I think I have already mentioned that. I mean, for on record, I would say excellent session, very insightful, and strongly recommend this to every parent and child. That gives a really good insight and in a very scientific way to guide us, to choose what would be the best career option for our child. And that's why when you presented it to me, I took no time to decide that this is something I want to go for. And as soon as our discussion was over, I, booked this session and booked this consulting session with you. So strongly recommend, sir. And the way you presented, the way you have seen the analysis, it's outstanding. I will give it a 10 on 10, basically.
I also love this interaction a lot. And one thing became, we knew each other more better. Otherwise, it was very difficult for us even to understand what Aahana is going through. And most of the time, whenever we start to communicate with her, there is always some, ये नहीं करना है, वो नहीं करना. At least you were there present, at least to guide her, at least कि चलो do this. And it was even a good insight for us. Even.
One thing for her is she got totally independent and unbiased opinion from you.
That is the thing.
Because she believes that to some extent it's also true that our opinions are to some extent biased by our, the upbringing that we had or the career we had. But now that she has got it from a very unbiased and independent person, I think now, that is something that's to be taken very seriously.
And I think that has impacted her even, isn't it? I also feel that way, that at least she is going to, previously what she used to do, nahi, mummy nahi, matlab mummy papa jo bolenge wo. Now at least you are there to take care about all this stuff. So she will at least understand.
Yeah, now she knows because you have nothing to gain or lose out of it, right? It's a total independent, unbiased opinion. So I'm sure she would consider it. Fine. My thought process has been very conventional, like my parents, right? And I mean, when we are from a very middle class family, you engineer hi banna hai, doctor hi banna hai. So in our family, we have everyone as engineers or doctors. I mean, whoever I look at. And being a person of science and being in the field of data science and artificial intelligence, science is very relevant for me. But this is altogether a very new insight.
How
you are born with, how you are born with capabilities and how your acquired capabilities influence your inborn capabilities, how it move it, and how finally it leads to a career choice which is very uncommon or unfamiliar to me, or my wife is from arts background, but very unfamiliar to me. But I think really insightful, and I think it matches now when I
think about her even.
I feel now I understand why Aahana used to say, that I want to pick up commerce as my 11-12 background. Why, she is expressing interests in doing photography. I mean, it all correlates back. So that is, I believe, one big insight for me is don't take things at face value. I mean, it gives you that really understanding or the logic underneath that would really guide us now to shape our career. So thank you for it. Appreciate it.
And what are your takeaways?
I feel like more clear about my career choices now. Like even before I told my dad I want to go into game designing or like making a game or like a game developer. But my dad and even I wasn't very sure, and like even my dad wasn't sure. But now I feel like maybe that's the path I want to take more now. That's like a more clear path. And some other paths like writing, like how in my report, like that I was like good with like words and like verbal ability was good. So maybe
no, with literature, Aahana is always very good. I also know that fact.
Yeah.
No, she is very strong.
Very strong in English. She is very strong. That's her forte. That I know. But
I mean, it's a limitation on my part that someone could pick up arts as a career. I tend to get scared.
No, more, yeah, but not so much to photography, but the other fields which I saw in the report that are showing high.
Yeah, read through them.
So, yeah,
And then obviously you can have a clarity call.
So, yeah. So I feel more clearer about my choices now.
I would say that these programs very scientifically using data brings out attributes and their trends in your child that they are born with and how it's trending towards a set of developed or acquired trends, which is very important for them to decide on their career and future development. So my suggestion would be, it's an eye opener for me, this particular session, and I would strongly suggest parents to, take this particular counseling and consulting session, because it will be an eye opener for them as well.
Madam, any words?
Yeah, same what he is saying. And the thing is that I am very new to understand all the things which are going on nowadays. At least when you are there, when you guys are there, you are at least always, matlab hota hai na, you know how, what are the technicalities which is going on and which is best for the kids according to their nature, according to everything that you have given. I think there should be some, it's really good for all the parents if they go through. It's a great learning for each parent, I feel. Even for us also, it's a great learning that wherever, whatever flaws are or where we can work upon, I feel in that way. So the more I'm going to read the entire stuff that you have sent, more about that,
Oh,
then it's really an eye opener for the parents
very
even.
eye opener. I mean, if you had come to my this office room setup, you would have seen all the books that I have got are on science, technology, AI, machine learning, and couple of books on my favorite comics like Asterix or Tintin. But 90% books are in with science, technology, machine learning, neural nets and stuff. So I'm a very science-oriented guy, and I used to think like that for my kid also. But I think this session literally opened my eyes.
Yeah, we understand. We actually came across lots of new stuff which were not even aware for us.
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it?
absolutely.